Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and right now I'd like to talk about my memories of September 11th, 2001. It's one of the worst days in the history of the world. That goes without saying it. It was scary. It really was. And I'd like to share my memories of that day with you. It was a Tuesday morning, and I was in 8th grade at the time. I was 13 years old, and I had just started 8th grade a week before that. It was my first day of school was September 4th, 2001. I had just started 8th grade. It was a week after that when 9/11 happened. And I was in grade school at the time at Andrew Jackson Language Academy, and I had gotten up that morning at 7 a.m., and then not long after that, that's when I heard the news. I was watching TV. It was Channel 9 News in Chicago, WGN, and it was just scary. It really was. I'll read some of the information about it here. Early on the morning of September 11th, 2001, 19 hijackers took control of 4 commercial airlines, 2 Boeing 757 and 2 Boeing 767, en route to California. 3 headed to LAX and Los Angeles, and 1 to San Francisco. After takeoffs from Boston, Massachusetts, Newark, New Jersey, and Washington, D.C., large planes with long flights were selected for hijacking because they would be heavily fueled. And the 4 flights were, and the times I'm giving are the Eastern times. American Airlines Flight 11 left Boston's Logan Airport at 7:59 a.m. en route to Los Angeles with a crew of 11 and 76 passengers, not including 5 hijackers. The hijackers flew the plane into the North Tower of the World Trade Center at 8:46 a.m., so that was 7:46 a.m. Chicago time. And then the second plane, it was United Airlines Flight 175, left Logan Airport at 8:14 a.m. en route to Los Angeles with a crew of 9 and 51 passengers, not including 5 hijackers. The hijackers flew the plane into the South Tower of the World Trade Center at 9:03 a.m., so it was 8:03 a.m. Chicago time. American Airlines Flight 77, it left Washington Dulles International Airport in Virginia at 8:20 a.m. en route to Los Angeles with a crew of 6 and 53 passengers, not including 5 hijackers. The hijackers flew the plane into the Pentagon at 9:37 a.m., so that was 8:37 a.m. Chicago time. And that plane was initially meant for the White House. It was supposed to hit the White House, actually. And the 4th plane is United Airlines Flight 93. It left Newark International Airport at 8:42 a.m. en route to San Francisco with a crew of 7 and 33 passengers, not including 4 hijackers. As passengers attempted to subdue the hijackers, the aircraft crashed into the ground near Shanksville, Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m., so it was 9:03 a.m. Chicago time. And supposedly that plane was meant for the Sears Tower right here in Chicago. It was still called the Sears Tower at the time. Now it's the Willis Tower. Supposedly that plane was meant for the Sears Tower. And media coverage was intense during the attacks and aftermath, beginning moments after the first crash into the World Trade Center. And it was just so bizarre. It was scary as hell. And we watched it in the library at school, and a lot of the kids went home early that day because their parents worked downtown, and downtown was scary that day too. Everybody was sent home, and it was crazy. I stayed home that day because my parents worked nearby in the Little Italy neighborhood, but for the people who have parents that work downtown, the parents went home and they took their kids home because it was scary. It was just really weird, and it's something you never forget about. Absolutely. And here's some more information about it. There were 2,996 deaths. Almost 3,000 people died because of this. That's insane. You had 2,977 victims plus 19 hijackers. And then non-fatal injuries, there were over 6,000 non-fatal injuries. That's insane. And you know what? Our world has not been the same since then. It really hasn't. Security has been beefed up everywhere, at airports and at sports arenas and stadiums, and security's at an all-time high because of this. I mean, it was just so weird. I mean, it was fucked up. Really, it was crazy. It's something you never forget about, really. It's something I'll tell my kids about one day, and my grandkids, and it was terrifying, really, it was. I mean, it was stunning, really. I couldn't believe it. But, it still hurts, it's still tough to talk about, it really is. But anyway, I'll be back in a few days with a couple new videos, and anyway, until then, take care.